is Evelyn. Evelyn is having her first rerun in Zenless. So let's talk about what's different, how you can build her, should you pull, is she worth? Yeah, probably not. Are you looking to save money on top-ups? You should be using LD Shop. This is a top-up service for Zenlesszonezero, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, any gacha game of your choice. It is safe and reliable. You can save up to 22% off for your top-ups, and the Internaut membership normally costs $4.99 in the official store, but here it's only this much. It's very easy to top up. Simply enter your UID, server region, and shortly after, you'll get the product directly on your account. Get a 15% off coupon for signing up with my link below. You can also get an additional 5% off coupon. If you spend $80 in 1 month, you get a free Internaut membership. That is LD Shop with my link in the description below. Are you saving money? You should be saving money. Before we talk about what's changed, let's talk about Evelyn at a basic level and what you may know, what you may need to know. Okay, so her resources are accumulated as she attacks. Her special can be used as a dodge to accumulate more meter. She does have a dodge counter, and her dodge counter is fine, but you do get extra meter by using the special as a dodge counter, or EX special as a dodge counter. Initially, she needs 3 points to do a chain attack, but after ulting, she only needs 2 points to do a chain attack. Something you can do is you can cache her resources to do more chain attacks at once. This can be useful for capitalizing on stun. Additional information that you really need to know is almost all of Evelyn's actions have semi-long animations, and she gets the payoff for them almost instantly. So you can activate an attack, swap off, and she will still do that attack. This includes her manual chain attack, but not the chain attack from the chain prompt, unfortunately, but that's fine. If you didn't figure this out yet, you need to level Evelyn's chain/ult above all else. She also has a basic attack, an EX special, assist, that should be leveled as well, but the priority is chain attack/ult. So let's talk about how you can spend Evelyn's resources a bit more optimally, or how you can play around stun. So we're gonna have some resources cached entering stun. You should see clips on screen. So there's this set Astral Voice. It requires quick assists. Chain attacks are not quick assists. Defensive assists are not quick assists. So to maintain Astral Voice uptime, what we like to do is we like to quick assist into Evelyn before stun starts. So we're gonna actually lead with a quick assist into a chain attack, and then we're gonna let that chain attack play out and reactivate, or not even reactivate, activate the stun prompt, and then use another chain on Evelyn. And then we're gonna cancel that and use enhanced basic attack. This could also be an EX or a regular special if you don't have any resources, or if you are trying to just cap up your resources. And then we're gonna re-trigger stun again with your next character, and then we're gonna come back to Evelyn. We're gonna do another chain attack. We're gonna do another enhanced basic, or we're just gonna drop an ult. Drop a Draco. Manual chain. If Astra's ult is available, we're gonna use Astra's ult here. So this is where I get to talk about the next important tech. This is Astra cancel, as we call it. So this is how you get 2 chain attacks from 1 character out of Astra. So by holding basic after using Astra's ultimate, she will do an animation that causes her to spin. We're going to just hold basic, wait for her to start spinning, and at that point, she has dropped out of her special stance. So we can just do the chain and then switch back to Astra and do the chain again. Something to be careful of, Astra cancel is not a quick assist, so you're mainly losing Astra Voice uptime, which Astra Voice is a kind of frustrating set. I wish chain attacks counted as quick assists. It's kind of strange that they don't. Whatever, man. It's fine. No one cares. No one notices. Whatever. No, it's fine. No one notices. So the reason to use manual chain attack is to make sure that you can do that quick assist at the start of stun. That is the biggest benefit of using manual chain. Otherwise, no, it's not necessary. If you want to know when EVELYN's chain attacks end, it's when the line glows white. That is the end of her chain attack. That is when all of the damage has come out. That is when it is safe to cancel. Because if you do not, the final hit of EVELYN's chain attack is about 1/3 of the damage, so canceling too quickly can cost you damage. One of the big things that has come up that we've learned is you should basically always do one chain outside of stun after your first stun state with EVELYN. This is for decibels and just damage in general, but mostly decibels. So the biggest improvement with EVELYN gameplay has been 4 ults over a DA fight. Yeah, this has been the biggest improvement with EVELYN's gameplay. This is the thing that will be the biggest difference maker for you. So you're gonna try to do 4 ults over an entire DA clear. And to do that, you need to have pretty decent awareness of anomaly application and EVELYN's own resources, because you have to do chains outside stun. It's not that hard, but it is something you need to know to do. The reason I call out the anomaly thing is agents who trigger the anomaly while they are active, meaning on field, get more decibels than agents who are inactive at the time that anomaly is triggered. So by having EVELYN on field when the fire anomaly is applied, she is getting more decibels than if another character propped burn. That has been the biggest thing. Now, I talked a little bit about Astral Voice earlier. Astral Voice is a stacking mechanic that you need to stay on top of, or you want to stay on top of. Need is a strong word. Best way to stay on top of this is when Astra's ult is not available, while EVELYN is chain attacking or using her B5, you can just push to Astra and quick assist at the end of those attacks. You do need to be careful not to cancel them before the damage, but that's fine. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to try to do more Zenless content. More Genshin content is coming. Did you know most of you watching are not currently subscribed? You should subscribe. Cool. That is all that is changed with EVELYN. Or that's all that I think you really need to know with EVELYN. Regarding drive discs, it's crit damage disc 4, 10% disc 5, attack disc 6. Other main stats on disc 5 are fine as long as you're playing without Lighter. As long as you're playing without Lighter, which I think most of you will be. Lighter is not a mandatory character, but he is nice. He's easy. He's pretty cool. Oh, yes. Speaking of drive discs, let's shatter some reality here, all right? So previously we had recommended Woodpecker Electro. That was wrong, I'm sorry. That was wrong. Woodpecker Electro is a bad set. EVELYN will go long periods of time without even using a basic attack. It's very common. You just don't even get a single stack from Woodpecker Electro. Don't use it. I'm sorry, that was a bad recommendation. What you should use instead is any of these 3 options: Hormone Punk, Astral Voice, or Puffer Electro. Okay, so let's start with Hormone Punk. This is the one that I think I like the most because it's just generally consistent. It has a very strong attack buff while it's active. It is 10-second up, 10-second down. The downtime timer starts as soon as the uptime starts, so the downtime is 10 seconds, so it's actually 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down. Basically, you're not gonna control when Hormone Punk is up or not. It's either gonna be up or it isn't, and you're just working around the average. That's fine. It's a good set no matter what, just because it has a strong buff. Puffer Electro is the set that gives you attack after ulting. So this is a very good set because you can control when the buff is applied. The bad thing about this set is it essentially requires you to be playing well enough to be consistently doing 4 ultimates to really have uptime from it. So a DA clear is 3 minutes. Each uptime from Puffer Electro is 15 seconds. It's either up for 1 minute total over a clear or 45 seconds over a clear. Yeah, thankfully it's always going to be active when your damage is concentrated because it's applied on ult, but the uptime on this is not what it should be. It's probably not what it should be, but as long as you are doing 4 ultimates, Puffer Electro is directly similar to Hormone Punk, and both are solid options. Much newer is we can talk about Astral Voice. This is definitely important if you farmed a bunch of Blade and Branch and just have these pieces laying around. So Astral Voice is a quick assist set. It requires you to quick assist to stack. It's 24 damage bonus. It is a 2-piece of 10 attack percent. It's actually pretty good here. The catch, okay, if you are using Astral Voice on your Evelyn, you need to make sure that you are using the new set on your Astra. So Moonlit Lullaby. Moonlight Lullaby? Moonlit Lullaby? Which one is it? One or the other. It's something like that. Moon Lullaby. Anyway. Yes, Astral Voice is a legitimate option on Evelyn. You can sort of keep it stacked. You just need to know that Astral Voice does need to be stacked. Yeah, that's kind of it. It's surprisingly good. Evelyn really should get a set. It's kind of strange that they made a just straight up bad set for Seed that could have just not existed. You know, it's got to be our turn eventually, right? Right? Surely it'll be our turn eventually. Yeah, let's go with that. Engine options, nothing has changed. It's still Heartstring Nocturne and some kind of just all right options. Mercado Desire is the best, but obviously you can't get it anymore. It's a little bit dire out here if you don't have an S-Rank engine on Evelyn. It just is what it is, I'm sorry. Okay, what else has changed? Let's talk about teams. So I've decided to pare down the team section quite a bit because simply put, there are 2, but arguably 3 teams that I recommend, and that's about it. I don't think you should play Evelyn without Astra currently. There's an argument that you can use Nicole instead of Astra in a lot of cases, specifically when enemies have more defense. I don't really think you should play Evelyn without Astra. So I've decided to pare down the teams. All right, team recommendations are Evelyn Astra Lighter, Evelyn Astra Nicole, and Evelyn Astra Jafufu is okay, but not quite as good as the other 2. We've talked about Jafufu with Evelyn quite a bit in the Jafufu video, where the point was, hey, because you can do 4 ults with Lighter anyway, Jafufu's passive doesn't do anything, but you have to play well to do that. That's still true. That's still pretty accurate. I do think that they are more comparable when Lighter does not have an S-Rank engine, just because Lighter's S-Rank engine is quite good and Jafufu's is quite not. But yeah, the same applies for Lighter against Nicole, where without the engine, they are more similar, and that's fine. That's a good thing. So you may notice when I'm talking about teams here, there's a Bangboo recommendation. That's right. We're actually talking about Bangboo on a team because there's a misconception that I want to correct. Snap is not the best Bangboo here. Do not use Snap. You should be playing Rocket Boo, Devil Boo, or even Mercury. So let's talk about Bangboo, what they offer, and why they are good, or when they are good. If you don't know, Bangboos that attack build up Anomaly and Daze, which are more important things than damage. The damage they do is pretty ancillary, and we can look past it. But the big thing is Anomaly and Daze. Because of this Daze contribution, it is significantly harder to get 4 stuns with Lighter without Rocket Boo. We also get to talk about Devil Boo, the A-rank Ether Bangboo. He is the Bangboo that attacks the most frequently, so he is the one that is most likely to give you the best uptime on your additional stack of Kaboom the Cannon, the A-rank engine that you will almost certainly be using on Astra. So yes, these are the Bangboo recommendations, and that is why they are good. Anything different with Evelyn Mindscapes? No, they're still not very good, but they are cool. They're all pretty small damage increases, and that technically does add up. Whatever. They're not very good. What? They're just not. Mindscapes that are quite good would be like Astra's M1. Yeah, basically. Yeah, more or less. That's what's up. Okay. That's all the basics. Let's talk about how I feel about Evelyn. Evelyn is still my favorite character to play, and probably still my favorite character in Zenless. Hopefully you are able to use that information to do the 4 ults over DA. That is the hope, because that is the best way to play, and that will get you the best performance. If you are doing that, the performance you get out of Evelyn will still be very good. and will still be competitive with some of the newer. If you are not doing those things, it's a bit hard to recommend, but that room for maximization definitely does come into play. So if you've been watching the stream for a while, you know that I really don't like reruns in these games right now. I feel that for a very specific reason, even divorced from character performance, content is designed and developed for new characters, and it is set up for them to literally be better. It is designed for them to punch above their damage. When characters rerun, content does somewhat get catered around them, but it does not get catered to them as much as it does for a new character. And new characters also have their content catered around them for a longer period of time. The obvious example is Isen, who is just now not feeling it. And the other obvious example is Miyabi reran a similar time to Isen, and Miyabi is not having a great time. No matter how good the character is, the characters are only as good as the content, or as they are in the content that's available. That's also why I try to keep the tier list so timely. And yes, it's true, EVELYN is one of 2 options for fire damage, the other one being Orphe. I just don't know how much I'd recommend her right now. Just make sure you like the character and you're not pulling because you think she's meta, because that will almost certainly bite you in the ass. So yeah, that is what's up with EVELYN. That's why I feel that way about reruns, even divorced from damage. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's up.